We'll have to see how long it takes for folks to figure out something went wrong and hop on over. Hey, Matthew. Yeah, I don't have the ability to. I don't run a second computer the way Chris does, so I can't talk to you guys outside of this, me talking to you guys. So we'll continue on and see if anybody finds us or if this is just ends up being a bust. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I saw the phone kind of made a flash type of thing, and then that was it. All of a sudden, I saw the you saying it was froze, and hey, Matt, I should probably wait to start explaining this until some other folks, if anybody else is going to come in, if they do, then I can kind of explain it all at once. So we'll just kind of get to cutting and get some more speed out of this guy. I'm kind of keeping you guys up over there so I can see what's going on. 12 or more conjunctive. Johnny, welcome back in. Yeah, like I was saying, I don't know what happened there. But yeah, I was just, the screen made kind of a flash, and then next thing I saw was you guys asking if I was froze, and then nothing. So, I'm going to shift you over here. So you guys got a good view. Find my flashlight. There we go. Trace route your IP and find out from my phone. I don't know if I can do that. Something is oh. I'm like, something's stabbing me in the leg. That was. Get that out of the way. Well, anyway. Coming up off my bevel for some reason there. And people are finding their way back in. And I'm trying to look at the phone instead of what I'm doing. Alright, here we go. I'm going to back you guys out so you can kind of see if we can get that going again. The way the shavings are just flying off is just like a little waterfall. And of course, now I'm messing it up. That was once I turned towards the bottom, I was trying to get a chunk out of there. Hey, Brian. Let's see here. Gary, welcome in. Allah, how's it going? Sasha. Do not let me sculpt or make wooden sculptures. Trust me, my finger will be in the sculpture. Okay. Jacinto Hernandez, welcome in. I think I'm all caught up with the names there. JoJo's. Happy birthday, JoJo. And Urban Gardener, how's it going? I'm still trying to read the chat instead of what I'm doing here. There we go. Now we're back in. John, welcome in. Lala, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. In case you guys are wondering, this is wet wood. That's why we're getting these real long shavings that are flying off the way that is. Wet wood meaning that this tree was cut down, I want to say, a month and a half ago. I believe this is one of the pieces I got from my neighbor. Took down, we think it was a elm tree. Not entirely sure. There we go. Jay Rosario, welcome in. George, welcome in. Yo, King, I'm an English speaker, so if any of the moderators know what he's saying, feel free to answer him. Shazad, how's it going? Start taking some measurements to see where we're going to be at. Safawan, not sure how to pronounce that. Welcome in. Enrique, welcome in. Noah, how's it going? In case you guys are wondering why you keep getting that amber coloration, it's because my flashlight keeps getting covered in shavings there. So we need to make a quick measurement here and see where we're at. We are about 1.5 inches down, and that's as far as we're going to go there. 6-inch bowl, so we can take this down another 1/2 inch. Depth-wise, we're pretty much good. And I'm going to zoom you in a little bit here so you guys can see a little bit better. What do you do with the shavings? Typically, I use them as mulch in the spring, in the fall, into the compost pile. Dahama, welcome in. Get our speed back up here. There we go, and we'll do one more on that outer edge, and that will be about as far as we can go with this bowl. This will be a twice turn bowl. Whoa, 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 whoa. Of course, I'm not paying attention as I get to the end here. All right. All right. Do another quick measurement here. Okay, sidewall thickness about 1/2 inch. Depth-wise, say about 1.5 inches. Oh, I mismeasured that. We can go about another 1/4 inch in depth, and then we'll leave this guy to dry. Anybody? Hey, Chris, how's it going? Barbara, welcome in. A little bit deeper. You always slow down as you go right through the middle there. And now we'll see how we're doing. That's much better, about 1.75 inches now. Leaves us about a 1/2 inch on the base. Plenty of thickness for this guy to move and warp and do whatever he's going to do. So swing you guys right over here. You can kind of see the mess we're making. Get this all cleaned off here. Turn that one off. Show you this bowl. So as this is wet wood, it is going to warp. Kind of show you guys. Wet wood all over the bed, makes it a little sticky. So this is a bowl we turned about 1.5 weeks ago, and he was completely flat at the time. So this is 1.5 weeks of drying, and that's what this one's going to do as well. So right now, perfectly flat. Now you guys can't see that. Let me rearrange you here. Now you can. Yeah, so you can see perfectly flat. This one was, but like I said, 1.5 weeks of drying. He's already warping quite a bit. So we turn them the first time, we leave them thick. And that allows us to come back in after it's warped, re-true it up, and then take it down to its final dimension. So there's that one. We've got a couple choices. I got a couple things prepped that we can do next. We have got fogwood, and we have got sassafras. Fogwood, I should say, was coined, first time I ever heard it was from Mike Stanifer. He may be in the chat. Stands for found on ground. So I have no clue what this one is. The chat figured out what this one was. Or not sassafras, it's sycamore. So I'll let you guys take a peek, see which one you want to do next. And I did have an update for you. So I do not sand on my lives because I think sanding is boring. So I do that when you guys don't have to watch it. But this is a twig pot we worked on about 2 weeks ago. So it uses a 1-inch test tube. Goes in there. I give these to the wife. They fill that up with water, put some flour offcuts in there. Put it at a table or whatever she does with it. But anyway, just wanted you to see that because we did the outer shape, and I said I was going to be doing the carving with the chameleon flake, and that's how it turned out. So, did we get any sycamore then? Which one smells better? This one doesn't have much of a smell at all. This one's so wet, I haven't really noticed the smell, so it doesn't really matter there. But I see a couple people calling for sycamore, so we'll do that one. Put this one back over here. And we'll get him up on the wormwood screw. As soon as I figure out where I put it. There he is. Make it so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Hey Max, how you doing, sir? Looks like you had a great birthday party. Thanks for asking. Sometimes wood smells really nice. Some woods do. Like one of my what is it? One of my favorites is sapele. I'm not even sure how you actually pronounce it. but that has a real peppery smell that I think it's awesome. This is another one, Paduke. Paduke smells pretty darn good too. All right, I think we can make do with that. Where'd you get that screw to hook up your chuck? It comes with it. I'm pretty sure they all come with it. The 2 chucks I've bought came with it, and I think other people I've asked, they said it came with theirs too. So it was kind of in the Nova set, it was kind of hidden in the package. So hopefully you still got the package. It's probably in there. All right. That guy's been dulled out pretty good. So we'll switch over to our 3/8 bowl gouge so we can keep rocking and rolling. If you guys want to see, show you this real quick. Difference between a 1/2 inch bowl gouge and a 3/8 bowl gouge. So size-wise, you can see the 3/8 fits inside the 1/2 inch. So the difference being is obviously this guy can extend much further over the tool rest and keep cutting than this guy can. He'll get a lot of vibration if I try to go too far over. So at some point we'll probably have to stop and sharpen that, but in the meantime, we can get right on rocking and rolling. My chuck I don't have Nova, that's why. No, even my Wood River came with a wormwood screw. I think most of them do. I know One Way does. But, yeah. Ooh, this one's really wet. Yeah, if you guys are liking this, if this is interesting to you, do the YouTube stuff, hit the like button, consider subscribing. I'm often out here late at night turning, so maybe we'll see you again. Let's see here. That felt like we got into some solid wood there. Yeah, what I'm looking at this ring right here. So you should be able to see, especially like if you look at this corner, you can almost see through it. So that's not round yet. You can. So, but once, I'm hoping you guys can see that right up there. It shows you when it's round and when it's not. See, now we're not bouncing anymore, so we got her around. So all we're doing right here is just getting prepped to put our tenon on. That is too much of a reach for that little guy. There we go. My little cheater guide. It's a little big. Still a touch big, but I can live with that. We'll go ahead and set our dovetail. Plato, what's going on, man? Bira, how you doing? Welcome in. What is that? Kami? Was that Kami I saw? Brad, how's it going? Welcome in. There we go. That sets our dovetail. Now we can finish off our shape. I feel like you guys are a mile away here. Coco, welcome in. There. I was just thinking about going live, but it's easier. Oh, sorry about that, man. Well, Pilato, I typically make 2 items on my lives, so this is the second one. Even my shirt's getting wet. I kind of like that width, actually. Just a little bit. Let's see how that's looking. Ooh, I don't like that. That might mess us up. That is a bug trail is what that is. Yep. That's probably a little worm trail. We might find a worm in here. Would not be the first time. Kind of funny. I like to think, what the heck's going through a worm's head when all of a sudden he's getting spun at 1600 RPM? Whoop. If you guys were wondering what we were talking about earlier, that's a wormwood screw. So that's what I was using to hold the bowl onto the chuck. I like to use that. You got a bunch of different options. You can use face plates. You can turn it between centers. A lot of different options. It's just my preferred. And when you're dealing with wet wood, be sure you crank down on that thing. Wet wood compresses. So if you don't wrench down on it, that can loosen up. And if you're over 1,000 RPM, if a bowl lets go, it flies. And you don't want a bowl hitting you in the face at 1,000 RPM. Not fun. Oh, we hit our viewer limit. Yeah, I'm still not at 1,000 subscribers, so viewer limit's engaged. All right. Well, we're going to start out with the 3/8 here. I got a feeling as soon as we get probably about that far in, he'll start vibrating real bad, and we'll have to switch over probably to the Easy Wood tools to finish out. Oh, I almost forgot the flashlight. Gotta let you guys see. Mike, did you say I'm at 992? Is that what I saw? Oh, wow. Cool. Well, maybe we'll hit 1,000 after this. That'd be cool. And flashlight is down. Get back up there. There we go. Well, thanks, Robin. Yeah, we're going to have to leave this one thick as well. Like I said, it is very wet. Eugenia, welcome in. Is that... oh, cool. Thanks, Chris. That's awesome. Thanks, Robin. Well, I'm glad you guys are liking this. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and give him a shout out since I do see he's in here. Chris Bailey up there at Bailey Woodworks. He's the reason I started a channel. As he put it, I was already out here doing the work. I might as well turn a camera on, so I did. Alright, we are pushing the limits of what the 3/8 can handle, so we are going to switch over to the Easy Wood tools. Now, for those of you who have been on here in the past, you know me and Easy Wood. We get along okay, but it always cuts me. So these are the carbide cutters. These things are sharp. These are the reason I have that cut and 2 or 3 others. So if you do use these, be careful. Good call, Bailey. Yeah, he is definitely the reason I'm doing this. So nice thing about the Easy Woods, parallel to the floor, and all you do is push in. Very easy, great for beginners. But remember, it is just a tool, so whatever works best. Whoop. So you can go, even if you were watching Doug Miller over at Wood Spun Round, he's a professional turner, been doing it for like 30 plus years. He'll grab an Easy Wood just as fast as anybody else. He's like, sometimes it's just the best tool for the job. All right, we are going to take a quick measurement here, see where we're at. Like I said, I don't want to make it too thin because this guy is going to warp. So we are just over 1.5 inches. We can take this, we'll stop at 1.75 inches again. Go down about another 1/4 inch or so. Easy Woods do like speed, so if you do go the carbide route, just know they work much better the faster you spin. All right, now we're going to take a quick check. Shahid, welcome in. Hopefully I'm not missing folks. 1K, 1K, 1K. Your subs count will skyrocket. I can feel it. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you all got to see it when it happened. So, well, you guys can't see that. I'm going to reposition you here so you can see the thickness we're dealing with. And we are just about done with this bowl. And you still can't see it. There you go. So that is just over a pinky. And my pinky, just about 1/2 inch. So that's right where we want to be leaving this one. So we're going to go ahead and move you guys to another position here. So Pilato, if you want to go ahead and get ready, I'm going to show this off and a couple other quick updates. And then it'll be your turn, sir. Well, we didn't find the bug in there. Oh, we might have. There's a wet smear right there. That may have been all that was left of that worm. It's just that little wet smear right there. But there's the second bowl that we did. Like I said, this one's very wet. I mean, I can feel the moisture coming off of it as it was turning. So he's going to have to sit for a good while to dry out before we'll be able to do the second turn on him. So tonight we made 2 bowls. Here's our first one. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this one was elm. I think this is one of the blanks I got from, no, not blanks. I got a log from the neighbor and cut it into blanks. But pretty sure that was elm. And this one, everybody recognized as sycamore with a bug hole. So I'm gonna have to put some epoxy or something in there. And like I said, I'm pretty sure whatever bug was in there is what left that. Like I said, there's a gooey spot right there, so that he may have died inside that. So with that being said, let's see here. As far as I showed this off earlier, but I'm going to show it off again. About 2 weeks ago, we were working on a twig pot, so I went ahead and got that finished off. So you guys probably remember doing the shaping. So earlier today, I did the carved area right there. Painted it black acrylic, then put the acrylic size on and the blue chameleon flake. And that is leather cord glued around the edge. It holds 1-inch test tube. Like I said, I give this to the wife. She fills this up with water and puts flour offcuts in it and sets it around on various tables. And then I do my part. I sit there, I look at it, and I go, ooh, and ah, and she's happy, and I'm happy, and married life. Oh, married guys will understand. Anyway, so like I said, we got 2 bowls done. If you guys are liking this stuff, do the YouTube stuff, hit the like, consider subscribing. I'm often out here late at night turning, so hopefully we'll see you again. But with that, Part2 Creations, I believe he's going to be going live next, if you guys want to swing over and watch him. So, with that being said, guys, thanks much, and we'll check you next time. Bye-bye.